This is Sad Boy
Alright, everybody, welcome back to SBR, Sad Boy Radio. This is Matt, your host, and today is actually the first time I'm going to interview somebody that's not within the circle. So go ahead, give them a little introduction to yourself.
Kuyo Witha K, y'all. How y'all doing? Upcoming one of your favorite artists that's going to be. And what's it called? I'm here with Sad Boy Radio today because, you know, it's that time for them interviews. Time for y'all to see why you should pay attention to me.
There you go. So, you know, you gotta break out the news, bro. That's who he's gonna be, and he's gonna make it one day. Talking about that, you know, you gotta remain true to yourself, man. You gotta remain true to who you are.
Humbleness, bro.
And that's always like a tough subject and a tough thing to think about because you grow, you change as a person all the time, every single day, every single moment, right?
That's facts.
Now, how do you really determine who you are, though? You know, before you grow up, before you change, you know, how do you really determine who you are on the inside?
The way you really got to see it is that, like, you know, everything that you go through when you struggle and people be like, you know, damn, man, my life sucks. But the thing you got to understand is, like, you know, you being shaped for the moment. Like, you know, you really know what your purpose is when it's an itch that you can't stop. It's something you love to really do. Like, you know, nonstop, it's always running through your mind, but you just ignore it because you think you're not good at it or, you know, because, like, you know, you just don't believe yourself in it. But about being, like, true to yourself is just, like, you know, main thing is being honest. Like, what do you think you can logically do and what you're good at?
Yeah.
You know, all of us try to, like, go to school, this and that, play sports, think we're going to make it to the MLS, think we're going to be in the NBA. But, you know, sometimes, like, once you get out of school and you see the real truth, you know, like, that's the thing that I hate that the school doesn't do. Like, you know, it's like they should be teaching us are, like, all right, once you start here, I want you to, like, find the 5 things you're good at. All right? And during the year, we're going to find whether or not if those are really for you, you know? And then by the time you get to your last, you know, your senior year, now we got 2 things that you're good at. You know, we work through it. Now it's what you really want to go out there and do for the rest of your life where it doesn't feel like work or a job. It's just something that you will naturally want to get better at and just, like, the damage you'll do in 5 years, like, you know, with that knowledge. You know? So, like, being true to yourself is just having a purpose. Like, help others, but make sure you help yourself first, you know? Like, it's not really about happiness. It's just about that drivenness that you have, you know? It's just, like, this one thing. It don't have to be music. It could be drawing, you know? It could be, like, you just love to teach people, educate people. Like, it could be anything, you know? But it's just you just giving back because that's you can't become the master. Once you learn it and you teach it to someone else, that's when you become it.
Yeah.
You know? So you just got to see it like that. Like, it's just being able to, like, accept who you are and don't be afraid of anything. Like, you know, there's no such thing as being afraid because, like I said, I just don't like when people understand, they say, nah, you can't be perfect. I was like, yes, you can. You can be yourself. That's the most perfect you can ever be, you know? Yourself is just like, this is just the body, like, that soul and spirit, you know? Like, that's perfection. Everyone's perfection, you know? It's just be yourself, motherfucker. Don't let people determine who you are because they say, nah, I'm not into that. It's like, okay, you're not into that, but that's just who I am. Like, you know, I like to do this.
And it's crazy, bro, because so many people try to drag you down from that. You know, all this positivity that you do gotta spread. I was just watching an interview. It was with the Breakfast Club and Juice WRLD, and RIP Juice WRLD, and
RIP, man.
they're talking about Chicago and how most artists do decide to leave Chicago, right? And that's because Juice WRLD describes it as crabs. You know, when crabs are in a bucket, one of them will try to bring you back in. And he says that a lot of people that are growing up in Chicago fall into that category because there's always somebody that's going to try to drag you down, right?
All the time.
So it's just so interesting that you bring that back up, man, that, like, you got to spread positivity because
you have to, like, and knowing the fact that crab's gonna bite, like, you know, sometimes you just gotta get rid of them, you know? It's just, like, pretend that it's not there. Like, you know when it's gonna bite or not. That's the thing that, you know, we're steps ahead of them. Like, so like the thing is, it's just like you're giving that positivity, but you're remaining somewhere where like no one would see you unless it's your circle. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna say good, bad things, but it doesn't matter, it's attention. And then when there's like a lot of people that have that knowledge, you be like, man, what this guy's saying is true. What are we doing out here? Like, man, I should be go getting something else. I know I'm better than this. Like, once you say that word, I'm better than this. That's all you gotta say. Like, just tell everybody that, man, I'm better than this. Hell the fuck you are. Get the fuck up and go get it, motherfucker. Everybody's gonna do it. Once monkey see, monkey do. But it's like, is it gonna be good monkey see or is it gonna be bad monkey see? Well, that's where we have that power, And that's how it is. Like, it's not about leaving or anything. It's just about, like, you're representing all these people. Like, you put a cape on for a reason, You got to watch out what you say. Yeah, you can say, like, this is music, this is to, like, turn up to, all right? But it's also, like, we got a movement as well. Like, we don't just turn up to turn up. We turn up because we're celebrating big things. Like, we don't just drink to drink. Like, we drink because we're doing something that's, like, it's for the culture. End of the day, that's all that it's about, bro. It's like, we're not alone, bro. It's called a culture out here. You're part of the culture, motherfucker.
So thinking about that, right? Being your own person, deciding to get up and go get it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what inspired you to be an artist?
What inspired me to be an artist is knowing the people that we see as our role models are, like, our big artists, Like I said, people are retiring out here. Like, music's not going to be the same when they're gone. So who's going to be able to keep that music going? Being able to make sure that still lives. Instead of listening to things that don't even, it's no purpose, It's making you want to act a certain way that's not needed. It's just that, like, you got to keep that energy going, like, that same type of rhythm, but even better, It's just like everybody knows after the years you get better and better. So, like, that's what inspires me is, like, when they're gone, like, I'm going to be that person that's going to keep that music going because I know no one else is going to do it. So I'm not going to wait for nobody. I'm going to do it myself. That's a lot to say, It's like, this guy ain't going to do it. It's like, but at the end of the day, like, I'm the one that decides I'm not going to do it, and I am.
And you got this vibe too, bro. You got this confident vibe that, you can do anything, right?
Anything, man, because it's just like, why can't you?
So what made you this way, bro? What would you tell your younger self?
Man, like, the thing is, like I said, I've been through the mud. I've been through a lot of situations, like, it's crazy, like, because all of us are reflections. All of us go through a lot of things, but it doesn't matter. Some of us go through it sooner than others, and that's where we decide we can give them the advice because we see someone going through what you went through. We be like, man, bro, I went through that same situation. Instead of doing that, do it like this. And be like, why? It's like, trust me, bro, just do it like that. It's just like, we just don't do that, and I want to be able to say, if I could give myself one advice, if I went to the past, it will honestly just tell them, man, like, keep it up. Because, like I said, the past, there's no need to change it because that made you who you are now. That shit taught you. That shit made you strong. You've been through the bruises. You've been through the cuts. You've been through the blood, the sweat, the tears, to the point you ain't going to cry no more. Like, it's like, you got to face it like this. If you don't do it, then you're not going to do nothing. And I don't want to be nothing. I'm going to be bigger than somebody, like shit, I'm gonna be culture, man. Like, it's just like that for me.
Migos culture, bro. You're gonna build it for the
shit. I am amigo. You feel me? But for the reggaeton, like, add a whole nother vibe. You haven't noticed, like, people are making Spanish and English music together, hip hop and reggaeton. Like, that's just getting crazy, bro. The Latin trap is hidden too. Like, that's what I love about it. It's like it touches people more to another level. It's more than just nodding your head. Like, it's a vibe. It's a dance. It's like, and knowing that we're merging to that kind of genre in music, it's like Spanglish is always going to be that genre that will hit worldwide. So that's what I got to do. And, hey, song coming up, you feel me? El Año de Jordan.
So this culture that you're building, you got anybody around you right now, man? You are the company you keep. So who's around Kuyo?
Well, honestly, who's around Kuyo? Well, it's really not a lot of people, because, like I said, your friends be able to depict who you're going to be in the next 5 years. So my circle is really, like, I'm working on it. I got my main people, like I was saying, like, my mom and stuff like that. But, and then, like,
Definitely, man. Building those relationships and making sure that the right people are around you, that's the most important thing. Because once you fall down, like, a bad path,
you need those people, those ones.
And those people can set you up for bad things, going back on history, right? You got a bunch of artists who have fallen into the wrong types of situations because they're around the wrong people. Justin Bieber is an example. Chris Brown's an example. All these people that just kept kind of influencing them to do bad things. And, you know, those are moments to grow. Those are all moments that you're going to learn from and just find out who exactly you are. You know, being true to yourself takes self-discovery. It takes your person to go on a mission, right? Go ahead and give us like a time that you recall having to push yourself to discover who you are.
Well, basically, like I said, like there's this time in my life where, like I said, I came back from the bottom, bro. It's like, you know, I never really had my dad in my life, you know, so I was like with a single mother. And I had a lot of siblings, like, you know. And the thing is, like, yeah, I had my older brother, but I was the second oldest. And I don't know, I always seen that mentality. It's like, you know, I gotta make sure my family's good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, like my mom, like, you know, she just couldn't keep up with rent and stuff like that, you know. And the boyfriends that she had just wasn't, like, you know, wasn't fit for her. So that, like, you know, I had witnessed a lot of things that I wish I didn't, but that's the shit that, you know, that shit that teaches you. And there's a time where, like, man, I had to, like, miss school, man. I was in middle school and stuff like that. And I was working, bro. Like, I didn't go to school for, like, 2 months just to try to help my family make some money to make sure ends meet. And that's from there, bro, when I was so young, bro, that's when that mentality hit me. Like, goddamn, like, I just grew up in that second alone, bro. Like, I just, like, basically got, like, I turned to a 40-year-old right then and there, bro. Like, goddamn, this is who the fuck I am. Mm-hmm. My life's ass. Who the fuck am I? Every single day I ask myself, who the fuck am I? You know, I just started just hanging out with people and stuff like that. You know, I made friends, you know, but it's just like, I always had that question, like, who am I? Like, you know, I just analyzing life, analyzing people, like, you know, you just, like, figuring out yourself, you know? But I just couldn't really figure out my, like, you know, I wasn't so laid back like that, as in saying, like, you know, people were just like, they'll be like that yes man, you know? I really would just be at home. People would be like, I wouldn't really hang out with my friends as much, just in school and shit, because I always had to, like, you know, make sure my family was good. And that shit sucked, you know? I was just like, damn, but that was, like, a mindset I had for myself. I didn't have to, you know? And I just feel like, damn, like, you know, I just kept pushing and I was just figuring myself, and I always would sing, bro. I would always sing every time, you know, listen to music. That shit would, like, inspire me. I always be singing to my friends, this and that. Like, I don't know what it is, but music just touched me in a way, like, it just came out of me, you know, without even me just doing it. It just comes out, like, you know, it just start, there's melodies in my head. I just start saying shit, and then it just sounds nice. And my friend's like, damn, bro, you're going to be a singer one day. You know, it's like we were little kids and shit, ding dong ditching, hitting windows. You know, I don't know where I started singing and shit. Funny as fuck, bro. Like, you know, those were good ass times. But that's when I started, like, you know, in school and shit, sports, playing soccer. But that's just the music alone, bro. You know, like, I always wanted to know more. How do these people do it? And then, you know, got older, try to, like, find, like, I always hated because, like, my life sucked ass, you know. I always had so much bad things about keep me away from knowing more. I just wasn't in a place where I could learn more. Couldn't afford it, no resources, or it's just like, you know, I didn't know where to go. It was hard. And then, you know, there's this time where, like, my mom's brother died. Like, you know, he lived with us. My mom has 2 brothers. One of them was in Chicago, and, you know, we're in Kentucky. And the thing is, like, you know, once he passed away, you know, R.I.P. my uncle, Paco. Well, basically, like, you know, they say he RIP'd because he was a diabetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, just didn't take care of himself well. And what's it called? You know, we got the bad news, and that's when my whole life changed, because that's when, like, family that I ain't know about. I thought it was just me and my mom. I thought that was family. I ain't never had what people have where they can go with family cookouts. Like, I've never had that. I always went to my friends' family cookouts, but I never in my life had a family cookout, like that word, you know? Yeah. So, you know, it was like, then, like, that's when I met them in, like, 15 years, bro. Like, they just come, like, you know, because his brother passed away, so he comes and this and that, and I meet, I was like, damn, like, who are you? You know, and then, like, he's like, bro, like, I'm your uncle.
Yeah, everybody's got those family members, bro, especially when you're Hispanic, man. Yeah, you go to, like, your grandmas or your grandpas, and you're like, who is this? And they're like, that's your cousin. What do you mean that's my cousin? I never seen that dude in my life.
Right.
Oh my fucking gosh, bro. I know damn well. Yeah, bro. And bro, it used to happen to me all the fucking time. And then I see them again. They're like, "That's your cousin." I'm like, bro, I swear, like, cause these people would come around like every, I don't know, year and a half. You'd see them once a year and a half, and they're like, "Oh, you don't remember him? That's your cousin." I'm like, bro, I seen this dude like 2 times in my life.
But yeah, like I was telling you, you know, like after like I met him, like he's like, bro, like you guys got nothing here going. Like you should come with me to Chicago on a business. Like help me make it bigger, and I'll help you. And I was like, awesome. So I was just like, fuck it, man. Thought it then and there, just packed my shit and I left. Like that. And that's when I was crazy, because when I got here, you know, it was just so weird. Like what I didn't know, bro, it was on my birthday too when I left. Get there and, you know, it was my birthday.
From Kentucky? Hold on.
From Kentucky, bro. But Chicago adopted me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, yeah, I've been in Chicago for, like, 3 years now. You know, but basically, like, this is my home. Like it adopted me, but, like, deadass, once I got here, bro, like, I just started, like, I don't know what happened that, like, just triggered my head that, you know, like, check this shit out, man. Like, studios around me. So then, like, you know, like, I was like, all right. So I started, like, calling some and shit, you know, just trying to investigate. And there's this one called Sonic Palace. Like, you know, and I was like, man, I'm about to book a session with this guy. See how it goes. I didn't even come up with no lyrics anymore. I just popped up. You know what I'm saying? So what's it called? After I popped up. But the thing is, it's just like, I was like, oh, what's up? Introduced. His name was Matt Mercado. Really, really cool guy. You know, he was in a rock band and everything. But what's it called? Like, you know, he was like, man, what are we working on today? I was like, honestly, man, I just want to make a song. I don't know what. Just make me a beat. I'll start freestyling. And let's take it from there. He's like, bet. So, you know, it's just like, you know, that's when I was like figuring my artistry out. Like saying like, am I going to do hip hop? Is that who I am? Am I a hip hop artist? Just figuring it out, you know, just playing with genres. And like, bro, like, so we're just going in there, just like fiddling, like, you know, just putting sounds together, like, you know, a kick snare, like putting a certain tempo. And I'm just start freestyling. So I don't know if you want me to play the song that I made that day.
Yeah, definitely, man. Go ahead and give us a show to that first song.
You know, like I said, I'm a reggaeton artist, you know, and I'm really pushing, like, my English like that, you know, but see, I can see that. Puedo ser de todo.
Hey, you gotta be multi-talented, bro.
You have to, bro. I don't want to be a one-trick pony. Feel me? Yeah. So, yeah, my YouTube channel, you feel me? Kuyo Witha K, guys. Follow and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Check that shit out.
All right, so this is a song called I'm a Ride that I made. So I made this song basically because I had a friend over there that, like, you know, I would always rap in his garage, man. Like, we called him 45. This motherfucker always carried a 45 with him, bro. He was always strapped up. Like, you know, his name was Christian. And, like, you know, we would always rap together and shit. Like, you know, it's like, damn, bro, like, you're going to become big, I promise you. But, like, you got this. Like, this is the only nigga that always told me that shit. Like, you know, a little-ass nigga. 18 and shit, but really fucking cool ass guy. But he was like, you know, middle class. His parents had some decent ass money. They bought him a whip and shit. But he also worked hard, but he trapped and stuff. Funny as hell. Really great guy. But let me show you the song.
Middle class trapping, bro.
Yeah, I ride with my nigga. I take a bullet for my niggas. Yeah, I die for my nigga. Yeah, I'm gon' ride. Yeah, I'm gon' ride. Say I'm gon' ride with my niggas. Yeah, I die for my niggas. I don't lie to my niggas. Yeah, I ride with my nigga. I take a bullet for my niggas. Yeah, I die for my nigga. Yeah, I'm gon' ride. Yeah, I'm gon' ride. Say I'm gon' ride with my niggas. Yeah, I die for my niggas. I'm gon' ride. I'm gon' ride. Going to the after party. We gon' slide.
All right, well.
Now show them that Tiburon one.
But then again, like, you know, papi, ¿me entiendes? Puro reggaeton for the babies, pa' que la vean. And now this is the music that, like I said, this is my genre. Tell me which you like better. There's a song that hasn't came out yet, so this is just a little snippet for y'all. Ah.
Que esperas mañana cuando se puede decir ahorita. Hay que darle compañía, veo que estás solita. Tú llama, yo llego. Estoy listo pa' tu juego.
That's Tiburon for y'all. Summer.
It's gonna be a banger, bro.
Thank you.
And you know what? It seems like you've heard it your whole life. You know, you are gonna make it big. You just gotta keep it up, keep up the energy, and believe in what
That's
you're
the
saying.
main thing, bro. It's just like, walking this, being straight with myself and be like, you sure you want to do this? Like, you sure this is who you are? Fuck yeah, man. I'm taking over. I don't care. Fuck everybody. Like, I'm going to be your new favorite artist, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Kuyo con un quema, el hombre de mis trucos. Second Hollywood, dale.
Yeah, bro. And no one's ever gotten anywhere by just, not
Thinking
taking,
about it,
yeah,
bro. It's just thinking about
the
it.
risk. Not being
Risk
true
is
to
the
themselves,
risk
and-
that shit, bro. Take every single risk. You know when it's the right risk, you know when you're gonna make that investment. That's that word, invest. Like, that's just the shit that we gotta understand better. Invest. Are you gonna invest this and flip it where it's gonna take you? Like, is that gonna, like, in the board game, like, is it gonna give you 6 steps? What's gonna go on? If it's gonna give you 1 step, fuck it. That's still, it
It's
matters
still
that you're
one
going
more.
up.
Yeah. And just think about all the artists that haven't taken that risk, right? You got the stories of people like Justin Bieber. You got the stories of people like Eminem, Bryson Tiller. All these artists who get discovered, Usher, they get discovered and they move to a new place to pursue that music. Nobody ever got anywhere without taking that first step or that risk.
And I get that, like, people try to hate, like, oh, you left this and that. I was like, man, let them go and get their knowledge. They're gonna come back. They are the city, like I said. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter. It's like I said, like, that you put somewhere because that person's gonna be the hero. Superman wasn't from, he came from another planet.
Krypton.
Exactly. So it's just like that. It doesn't matter where the person's from. It matters, like, that's your Superman.
Yeah.
Make sure he's good. Let him go where he needs to, and let him come back and be stronger, because then y'all will be better.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? A lot of these thoughts that you have, they are grand. They are grand, like, thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And I really like the insight you're bringing, all the knowledge you're bringing, right?
Thank you.
But what taught you? What keeps you grounded now, right? Because obviously, there's always gonna be somebody that you do listen to. As grand as the plans can sound, we've talked about it here. I want to be fucking famous. I want people to remember me, and I want people to remember the good that I've done, the word that I'm spreading, right? Because this podcast is centered really around the idea of talking about basically your feelings, bro.
It's you, bro. It's like, fuck that shell shit. Like, you in your outer shell, but, like, you your being. This is you, nigga. Like, don't let nobody, like, no one can tell you nothing.
Exactly.
Just pop out and just be you, bro. People are gonna love you for you. It's just, you just gotta watch out what people are pitching to you, because your whole life they pitch us. Since the day you born, they pitching anything it is to you. Whether it's drugs, anything, this and that, telling you have to go to college without telling you first figure out what you're good at, and then look at a school that could get you better at that. Not just go learn something, that's where you get headaches, this and that. All that shit happen because you're forced to learn something you don't even want to.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people fuck up at. It's just, bro, go do your own research, figure out who you are.
At the end of the day, bro, you can't completely forget where you're coming from, right? You gotta
ever
remember
forget.
where you're from. Stay
always
humble.
feel less,
Yeah.
like, always feel less, because there's people that don't have nothing.
Mhm.
It's like, it's sad to know there's so much money and there's still the word poverty. I hate the fact that I hear that there's kids with no shoes. People crossing the border for looking for a better life. It's like, bro, that's your fault because y'all pitching stuff, bro. Like, quit pitching to people you don't want, Before you do something, bro, like, it's just that's what I'm saying. Like, this world needs change, bro. Like, we need people that are actually got their heads on and can tell you the truth. You gotta face it, whether you like it or not. Like I said, we grown as fuck. We could take care of ourselves. You just gotta know what the fuck you need to. And that's it, bro. Like, don't let nobody prove you wrong, anything. Like, you know what's truthful. No one can prove you wrong. Like, you just gotta pop in there and be like, bro, shit, it's like this. Be ready for this shit. Go. Just like that, bro. Like, and no, people can't doubt you. People hate, and people get scared of change. Brand new change, good change. It's like, bro, just be ready for that shit. Just move on. You feel like, like I said, like, there's so much I want to accomplish, and the only way I can accomplish is by making my voice bigger.
Yeah.
Being able to touch millions of people.
Hey, bro, one man can change the world, Big Sean said.
One man can change the world.
And it seems like you got a lot in common with him. The vibes, just the feelings, and, like you said earlier, you got to focus on the energies. Just something I really been thinking about a lot, just like I had mentioned to you earlier, is remembering where you're from, a lot of artists do pay homage to it because they're just, it shaped them. It made them who they really are. Like you said, Kentucky gave you it gave you your understanding of life. It brought you up, right?
Kentucky, I wouldn't say Kentucky gave my understanding. I said what gave my understanding is when I touched here. Like, once I came to Chicago, I don't know, like, Kentucky was just me being able to understand what life is. You know what I'm saying? What that basic human word is. And then after that, once I made it to Chicago, bro, I don't know what, but my soul, my spirit just took over and just said, this is who the fuck you is, bro. You in the city that's going to make you real. You're in the city that's going to make you dumb, man. This is the realest city. This is the city of all cities. Every city is in this one city. Chicago, boy. So I'm going to be that man. You feel me? We're going to make reggaeton big in Chicago first. Mexicano, reggaetonero, ¿me entiendes? Ya sabe. Vamos a romper niveles, vamos a ser número uno, vamos a cuidar la ciudad, enseñarles que aquí no es pura violencia, aquí es pura gente indecente, aquí hay pura gente con inteligencia. We're going to teach people, bro, like, this is who you need to follow. All right? Just come on. Let's go. Yo con un quema, ¿me entiendes?
I really love it. I love the energy, man, because you're the first person to come on here and speak so much, man. And that's dope because you got something to say, bro.
I got a lot of things to say, bro. Every single time, especially, like, when you meet new people, but, you know those right people, you know what I'm saying?
As we're closing the show, right, I've been asking people lately to bring a special piece to them, something that represents who they are, but in an object form. What's yours?
Oh, you said special something? Well, basically, that was a special necklace that a special someone got me. It has a pendant of a 4-leaf clover. Like, you believe it or not, bro, I will find so many 4-leaf clovers. I found a 5-leaf clover, a 6-leaf clover, and the most that I found is a 7-leaf clover. I'm not going to lie to you. I worked in a horse farm, but I will find so many, bro. Everywhere I went to, even Chicago, bro, I found so many. You can even check out my Instagram. Like, bro, it's insane. Like, it's just like there's signs, you know what I'm saying? When you do that research. And then I don't know, when I was walking my dog one day, I was going through a really, really tough time, just some personal situations. And I don't know, I was just always asking for a sign, like, And, like, bro, I was just walking my dog one night. And I don't know, there's just something, like, bright as fuck. Like, I was like, what the fuck? There's, like, no light. Like, what is that shit? So I'm, like, walking towards it, like, that's when it starts dimming it down. I was like, oh, it was probably, like, not like a little flashlight or something, like, little, like, light things, like a little finger thing. I go, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was just looking good. I couldn't see nothing, bro. And I looked down, bro, and it was like this little, like, San Judas, bro. How the fuck did this little ass thing make that little bright, like, light, I just picked that shit up and I just put it in my pocket, bro. And I just fucking put that shit on my necklace, bro. And then, and I just started feeling like that shit was right. Like, it was just crazy, bro. Like, it was just so weird, bro. I just found that. So, yeah, this to me is, like, my prized possession. Like, it's just, from the person that it came from, just... Like, this is my energy,
It was meant to happen, bro. That's life, bro. Things are meant to happen for you. And everything happens for a reason.
It is, for real. It's just like, it's not everything happens for a reason. You got to put yourself in that reason. You know what I'm saying? That's when it happens.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot more to talk about, bro. So much more.
Man, you understand.
And we'll touch on all those topics, another time. Today, like I said, I want to talk about being true to ourselves. And always. You really demonstrated who you are right now, man. You really showed everybody who you are and who you're gonna be. And this is just the intro, man. Remember, Kuyo Witha K.
Kuyo con un K, man.
If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video.
This is Sad Boy Radio.